Miss Universe Philippines is about to unleash one of the most editions of the pageant in year, and that is because we have a combination of comeback queens and fresh faces. And for today's video, I'm gonna be presenting to you my top 12 early favorite candidates for the beauty pageant. As you guys know, pageantry here in the Philippines, it's almost like the Olympics, the Super Bowl. It's really a big deal. And knowing that this edition we have at least 10 girls who are easily crowned worthy is just so exciting. It's going to be a bloodbath. So I won't keep you waiting much longer. We'll get into my top 12 right away. But if you enjoyed this type of content, go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow, share this video, and just join the family. So without further ado, let's talk about my early favorites. Let's start by talking about Kyla Jean Carter, who is the representative for Northern California. And one of the things that you guys will notice is that this edition of Miss Universe Philippines, we also have representatives from overseas Filipino communities, and Kyla is one of them. One of the first things that comes up whenever you look her up is that she participated in a Netflix reality show. And I know that for a lot of people that was quite controversial, but I think that in this day and age, this shouldn't be a taboo topic anymore. In terms of her look, she is absolutely breathtaking. So I'm really excited to see her performance and all of that. She did mention that she is half Filipina, half American. She does not speak Tagalog, but that's one of the things that she hopes to, improve on in the future. So let's see what she can do and how she can go head to head with the other girls. Moving on, we have Natasha Jane Baguio representing Bukidnon. And when I look at this girl, the first thing that I see is just Oriental beauty. I just love how much she has that classic vibe of what a beauty queen is, especially here in the Philippines. She gives me a lot of the vibes maybe of former Binibining Pilipinas title holders or the prototype of girls who compete at Binibining Pilipinas. Well, the title of the pageant that she actually won starts with Binibini, so maybe there's an influence right there. But I just think that her performance is super polished, super put together. The glam is next level, and she is very likable, very eloquent. I'm just excited to see someone who represents the standard of what the Philippines normally would offer in a classic way, represented on the stage of Miss Universe Philippines as well. At number 10 on the list, we have Tara Marie Valencia representing Baguio. And I'm going to tell you, it's no easy task to be the successor for Krishna Gravides last year. I mean, we all remember her performance. It was just so incredible. But Tara has really managed to capture my attention. Physically and facially, she is extremely beautiful, very young. So I think that this is one of the things that might set her a little bit apart, because especially now at Miss Universe, with all of the age limit restrictions being removed and all of these things, a lot of girls who are older are joining. However, Tara is one of the youngest ones, if I'm not mistaken. When I read her bio, I found out that she's actually been a model and an ambassador for different companies in Baguio. So she has some exposure in that sense. She has also joined some local pageants, which she has managed to win. And now this time around, she is aiming for the crown of Miss Universe Philippines. This is not an easy feat, especially, as I said earlier, this year coming with so many strong candidates. But let's give her a fair chance, because I think that the girl really has the potential to go head to head against some of these front runners. So let me know in the comment section if you like her and if you are supporting her as well. Number 9 on the list goes to Anita Rose Gomez representing Zambales. And we all know Anita has been within the pageant bubble here in the Philippines for quite some time. I first became aware of her when she competed back in the day at Miss Philippines Earth, and ever since she has joined several other pageants. There has always been this desire from pageant fans for her to compete at Miss Universe Philippines, and finally this year it is coming true. One of the things that is really just outstanding and incredible about Anita is her waistline. She has one of the smallest waistlines that you will ever see, which is just mind-blowing. But I'm going to say, whenever people talk about her and hype her up, they always refer to her physique. I'm really excited because this time around at Miss Universe Philippines, we'll get to see her in motion. The performance, the eloquence, the substance, and all of those things. I know for a fact that just having a tiny waistline is not going to be enough to win the Miss Universe title. So I hope that she's able to put up a good fight, because of course we all know that she has the beauty and already physically speaking, something that really sets her apart from everyone else. How do you feel about Miss Zambales? Let me know. At number 8 on the list, we have Lorraine Oima, who won the crown for Miss Universe Philippines Quezon City. We all remember this pageant because it's the same edition where Ma'am Jocelyn Cubales competed, being the first ever 69-year-old woman to join Miss Universe Philippines. Well, during that competition, Lorraine managed to come out victorious, and I'm going to say rightfully so, because all throughout her competition, she was actually one of the standouts. I really enjoyed her performance. I thought that she did an incredible job during the Q&A section. So already we're having beauty, we have brains. And, you know, one topic that has been very important this year around at Miss Universe Philippines is representation and diversity. I think that Lorraine, of course, brings an aspect of that. And I think that Lorraine will have a few surprises up her sleeve for all of us. At number 7, we have Tiffany Hansen representing Cebu province. And we all know the girls from Cebu just excel in pageantry. Especially for the past few years, girls from Cebu have been dominating absolutely the national competitions, and I think that this time around is going to be no exception. Chris seems to be such a promising candidate. I love the fact that she gives that edge of, well, a little bit of the classic look of what a beauty queen is in the Philippines, as I said earlier for Natasha, but at the same time, she has that edgier, more modern approach to pageantry as well. Something that is very interesting this year is that Cebu is actually sending 3 delegates to Miss Universe Philippines, Chris being one of them. And to me, to be honest, so far she is the clear standout. So let's wait and see how she will handle herself amongst all of the other girls in terms of performance, in terms of eloquence. But again, I repeat, just because this girl is coming from Cebu, my expectation is really up there. So if anything, there might be a little bit of an added layer of pressure for her. So we'll be keeping an eye on her. At number 6 on the list, we have Seral Pumo representing Pampanga. Of course, if you are a pageant fan and you follow national competitions, you know that this is not Seral's first time in the rodeo. She previously competed at Binibining Pilipinas, and I am very happy to see her make a comeback this time around at Miss Universe Philippines. She's definitely a beautiful girl. I enjoyed her local competition, and I think that she's really putting her best foot forward. This time around, there's something about her, a certain appeal in terms of the look, the presentation that I just really appreciate. I'm going to say, as constructive criticism, her performance during the Q&A segment at her local competition was a little rough. So I hope that with her team, she's addressing those things. We all know going into this particular competition, the communicators are really going to dominate. And as we advance further in this list, you will see that we actually have a lot of really strong communicators this time around. So let me know in the comment section, do you think that Pampanga has what it takes to be the next Miss Universe Philippines? Let me know. Now let's get into the top 5. Officially in the 5th position, we have Victoria Velasquez Vincent making a comeback to pageantry after finishing as Miss Universe Philippines Charity in 2021. I think that Victoria was one of the biggest surprises for me. I had not even any suspicions of her coming back, but here she is, and I'm so glad to see her once again on the national stage. Right after Victoria competed, I felt like maybe that was it for her and she was going to turn that page, you know, close the chapter and move on. But I can see that she is in a different place in her life in terms of her experiences, the things that she has been able to do ever since she competed. It's almost as if she's coming back with a more natural approach, not putting so much pressure on herself, but really just embracing the whole journey. And that's what it should be about. We all know already, if you're a VVV stan, that she is extremely intelligent. She is very devoted to her advocacy, and she's a girl who can really perform. She can go head to head with all of these girls who bring all of these things to the table. One thing that has changed for VVV since she last competed is that before she was with the camp, this time around she has joined Aces and Queen. She was trained in Cebu for a few months, and now I'm really expecting to see how different her approach is going to be, how they have helped her tweak her performance, and you know what this new version of VVV 2.0 has to offer to the pageant community here in the Philippines once again. I personally have very high expectations, and I'm so excited to see VVV compete once again. What do you think? Potential winner or not? At number 4 on the list, let's talk about Miss Christie McGary. Of course, once again representing Taguig and making a comeback to pageantry almost a decade since she last competed. I think that out of all of the girls on my list, Christie is definitely the one girl who has the most experience. She is also one of the older girls who has joined Miss Universe Philippines this time around, which again, I think it's a good thing, it's a positive thing, because she will bring a more mature mature approach, a more strategic approach, as well as, you know, just everything that comes with experience. I wonder though, because her last competition was almost a decade ago, how she would adapt, how she would change things this time around, and especially when you have so much time to look back on your journey and think how you will do things differently. I'm really excited to see all of those things and all of those reflections unfold on the stage of Miss Universe Philippines. She's a very strong speaker. She is really a stunner in terms of the looks. She represents the exotic beauty of Filipinas, which I absolutely adore. I've heard from some people that she is not so fluent in Tagalog, so I'm really hoping to see, you know, if she has made some improvement in that area, especially now this year that Miss Universe Philippines is encouraging their delegates to speak in their local languages and dialects. So we shall see how all of that will unfold. But one thing is for sure, she will deliver a killer performance, and it's not even a question. She is one of the front runners, in my opinion. At number 4 on the list, let's talk about Alexi Brooks representing Iloilo, and of course, one of the most hyped candidates. We all know that the people in Iloilo just absolutely love their queens, and Alexi Brooks has been welcomed with open arms into the world of pageantry. I think that Alexi represents something so refreshing, so beautiful, so diverse, and of course that has played a lot in her advantage in terms of winning people's support and appreciation. I actually have 2 different videos already about Alexi here on the channel, so I encourage you all to go and check them out. But I think that you know, she represents something that is quite underrepresented in the country, which is not only, you know, her type of beauty with the edgier looks, the more androgynous look, but at the same time, a girl who is able to excel in different industry. She is already an accomplished athlete and now going for a beauty pageant title. Also in the way that she presents herself, you know, in some of her photos and her modeling campaigns, she can adapt more of the masculine look as well as very feminine. And I think that it's interesting to see someone who is able to play so much, to be so versatile in terms of their presentation skills. I think that it's not even necessary for me to mention how great of a communicator she is. Great speaker, impactful, and I'm just, you know, really waiting to see how she's gonna go again head to head with all of the girls on stage. Based on her local competition, she is a great performer, so my expectation is really up there, really high for her, and I'm excited to see how her team has strategized everything to make sure that she is able to get as close as possible and even, why not, win the crown of Miss Universe Philippines. So let me know, are you an Alexi Brooks supporter, and do you think that she has what it takes to win? At number 2 on the list, I'm really excited this year for Stacy Gabriel representing Cainta, one of my favorites from her batch of Binibining Pilipinas in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Stacy is known for being extremely kind, so real, so devoted to her advocacy and her community, and I think that seeing her making a comeback to Miss Universe Philippines, it just feels like a full circle moment, especially since she ended as a second runner-up during her year at Binibining Pilipinas. She has what it takes to represent the country internationally, and I'm really excited to see her delivering that performance that I know that she's capable of delivering. I'm excited to hear her speak, because this girl, if you give her a microphone, it is over. Like, the girls should be shaking, because Stacy, it's not only eloquent, but she makes sense, she has substance, she's relatable, and all of these things that she's just so incredible at. Again, if you want to find out more about her, go and check out the interview that I had with her. It's available here on the channel. So, you know, allow yourself to be surprised by her. People like to criticize her height because she is on the shorter side of things, but in this day and age at Miss Universe, this is not a factor. It shouldn't have an impact on her journey, on her capacity or her eligibility to be selected as a title holder for the country. So if the stars align for her, I will be more than happy to see her as a Miss Universe Philippines. What about you? Alright, and now let's finalize my list with Aisa Manalo representing Quezon Province, and probably one of the most expected comebacks to pageantry in the country of the past few years. Aisa has been teasing a comeback for quite some time, and this year it has finally been finalized. It is very safe to say that the expectation for Aisa is on a different level, because not only she comes from a batch at Binibini where there was like excellence, quite literally a Miss Universe came from her batch since she competed alongside Catriona Gray, But Aisa herself did an incredible job when she represented the Philippines at Miss International, ending as a first runner-up. You know, I also made a different video about Aisa, just about her, and as I said, Miss International and Miss Universe, it's a very different competition. You cannot really compare a lot of the things that they evaluate and how they approach pageantry, but I do believe that after all of the time that Aisa had to prepare to, again, similar to Christie, reflect on her journey, see how she will do things differently, I think that Aisa can definitely surprise a lot of people, and why not represent the country at Miss Universe really fairly. If you watch the interview that she had with Tita Lavinia, I thought that she seemed to be very relaxed, she seemed to be very relatable, very at ease. I didn't feel a lot of pressure whatsoever, and I think that if she goes into the competition with this same mindset, while keeping up, you know, all of the styling, performance, and all of the things that I know for a fact that she has been working on, because I know so many people who are part of her team, who have been helping her. I know that she's really bringing her A game this time around. So I'm really excited to see all of that unfold on the stage of Miss Universe Philippines 2024. So there you go, everyone. Those are my early favorite candidates for Miss Universe Philippines 2024. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about my picks? If you agree with my comments and feedback, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share this video, and I will see you on the next one with a lot more content and commentary. Until then, stay safe, be kind to one another, and see you on the next one.